Good morning. There we go. I got the mic on, but I didn't. Let me look and see. I hope it's not touching anything and making noises. Let me know. I don't have great tops for my microphone. So say hello if you're joining me, if you can hear me okay. Pamela with Passionate About Scrapbooking here for Feel Good Friday. A few minutes late because I was trying to do last minute little things. There is one other thing that I had meant to do. Let me see if I can find it. I had a flyer that I could print out. So today I wanted to give you a sneak peek of the new online exclusive products that are going to be available to customers on July 3rd, I believe. So let me see if I can print this out and I'll have a little flyer for you. I have a lot of the products already, but this might help a little bit. So I'm going to print that out. So say good morning if you're joining me. Love to know where you're watching from. Let me know if you're on YouTube or Facebook. Likes, comments, shares help the algorithm, help me reach new people. So I'll print that out. And I guess I should check and see that I'm live. Before I get too far into this, it does show I'm live on Facebook. There I am. And then, see YouTube. Shows I'm live on YouTube as well, so we should be good to go. Again, I've got kittens and dogs and kids here today. All the distractions. Oh, and let me see. So I've got that printing. So I guess about every other month, Stampin' Up comes out with some online exclusive products. So we might have a flyer or two available on occasion, but so I do have one flyer there. Here's another one I'm going to print. So I'm going to do a card that uses some of our Christmas in July products from the online exclusives. And I'll show you a few other things. And then there are also going to be some Halloween and fall themed products. I have some of the fall themed products that I wanted to share. And then I think that is just a shareable image. Yeah, okay. So we'll get busy here. I am going to, I think, transition. Not sure that I have all my colors. Yeah, I do. So I do have some things prepared in advance. Okay, so I'm going to transition over to my workspace. So you can already have a little bit of a sneak peek right here on what we have going on. Now I'm trying to figure out what I did with the stamp set. All right, let me move that around so you can kind of see some of these products. Let me know if do you start Christmas card making early? Do it all year long? Or do you wait till the last minute? Or do you never get it done? That's kind of how I have been lately. So I am really excited about Stampin' Up having these products available to us so early in the year. All right, so here are some of the online exclusives that will be coming available July 3rd to customers. If you're a demonstrator, you already have a preview period where you can order some of these items. I did get this collection of paper. These are 6x6 papers, and they're a variety of, so from fall to Christmas. I think they're not, well, there's actually even, it's kind of all year long because there are New Year's, looks like some birthday paper, even some Valentine paper. I think a majority, though, of it is fall and kind of Christmas winter themed. So some really cute things you can do with this. And then this is what I'll be sharing today. I'm actually going to make this card right here, something very similar to it, like very, very similar. And then it has, we have a full season of green and gold paper. So it has like gold foil on a bunch of the papers. And then there's different packs of vellum paper. This is Graceful Greenery Vellum, which I'll be using that today. And then we have even more products. So I don't have all the products, and I don't have like the Halloween, and I think they gave us a sneak peek as demonstrators, an opportunity to purchase everything that's going to be online exclusive, but I'm still not 100% sure on that. All right, so I'll be using this stamp set, Greetings of the Season, and you can purchase just the stamp set with the sentiments, or you can also purchase the dies that come with it. So of course I did that. So I'll use a couple of these today. I'll use this, I think, one sentiment out of this stamp set today. My voice is really scratchy today. And then this one, I don't think I'll be using any of the stamps out of this stamp set, but the coordinating dies, there's actually, I had to use 2 sheets. So these are the coordinating dies, and some of these actually cut out some of the vellum paper images. So I'll show you how to do that today. And I usually turn this upside down if I have 2 sheets in here, just so it's not messing with the stamps over here, interfering with that. Okay, we'll do that card first here in just a second, and then we will be doing the Changing Leaves card. And this has some great sentiments in it. You are amazing in every single way. Here for you, a little note to brighten your day. I couldn't have done it without you, and thank you. And then these fall leaves. It comes with, so there's the stamps. Flip them over that way. And then again, I had to have 2 sheets for this as well. I have a hard time getting it off without pulling the adhesive backing off. So it has these images to cut out. And then this is actually, I haven't tried one of these yet. These are like a 3D nested embossing thing. I don't even know what you would call it. So this this die nests inside this embossing folder. And then I guess you can also maybe stamp over top of it at the same time. So we'll I don't think I'm going to I'll show you how to do the nested embossing, I think, but I think I'm just stamping and die cutting out this time. So we'll play with that a little bit as well. I'm just going to leave it in there like that. I've got the stamps are still in the little carrier sheet, how they came. So I think that'll be okay for now. So I'm going to set this aside and we'll do that second, I believe. I'll be using on the fall card, I think, Calypso Coral, Lost Lagoon, and Night of Navy. So a fun color combo. So I'm going to move those papers out of the way too, all that product there. And then I think this is what we need for the card I'm going to do right now. So look at these cute cherry cobbler and pearl adhesive backed berries. So those are fun. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of packages of those because I'm about to use quite a few. I've got all my pieces pre-cut. Paper-wise, let me see if I have. Let me show you some of the paper, or some of the rest of the paper, and how beautiful it is. All right, so this is one sheet of each pattern. In your packet, you'll get 2 sheets of each. So I'll go through these real quick just to show you what you get. And then plus the one I've already cut into is right here. So again, it's got gold foil on just about all the pages. Okay, and there's I think this is a mossy meadow color combination. I'm trying to remember. Old olive is the other color. I don't have old olive, so I improvised a little bit. And so like on this, I think some of those dies will cut out these pieces. Okay, so real pretty, rich, pretty greens and golds. I think I saw a card that they colored using the blending brush with this one. Again, if you're a demonstrator, you can actually get your hands on these now. So if you're interested in joining my team, reach out to me and let me know, and I can steer you in the right direction. Look at that fun plaid. I love that. And then this has all got the gold foil on it. And then some more old olive and meadow mossy, I think is the name of it. And then this is the paper that I am using today. And it's got some pretty, so you get 2 sheets of each of these in your packet. And then for the vellum that I'm using today, let me share that as well. So pretty. There's actually 2 packs of vellum that you can get. This is the one I'm using today. So look at how pretty that is. And then this one, so I cut into it. You'll get 2 sheets of each of these, and I'll be showing you how to cut using the die from that to cut out some of these. And then this is a real pretty, you can see it real good on camera, real pretty textured vellum. Okay, and so again, 2 sheets of those. All right, so let's get busy. Let me know how your week's gone. Do you have any plans for the weekend? I've got kittens at my feet, I think. So if I can already feel them on my pants. Let's see, I am going to share. So we have one little kitten. His name is Pumpkin. I hope I'm still live. Let's see. I think so. Oh, Pepper's like all the way up on my leg, on my thigh. So we have Pumpkin, Pepper, and Petunia. Oh, hello there. Here. Now, look. See, we have a cute little black kitten. Hey, look. Yeah, you won't be able to see his face, I guess, but he's a cutie pie. There he is. I think that's the first time he's crawled up on me. Pumpkin is the one that usually crawls up our legs. So fun, fun, fun. They're like 6.5 weeks old. All right, so let me look at my sample, make sure I'm following the sample that was, let me see something. There we go. Okay, let me know if you can see my workspace, because there we go. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, I think I've got my workspace where you can see. So I have no idea if you saw any of the stuff that I just shared or not. Let me know, because I may have accidentally clicked over to my face at some point. So let's get busy creating. Again, I'm going to go to here's my sample. Okay, we're going to do a standard size card. I need my paper trimmer out. That's going to keep all this close at hand, but give me some space. So I've got all my pieces pre-cut somewhat. I am going to run some things through the die machine so that you can see how it works. I feel like we're having issues today, but I don't know for sure. Comments would be great to let me know that you can see me. I'll just keep going. I am recording it, so I can always fix it if I need to. Okay, so I'm going to do a 4 1/4. This is, I think it's Mossy Meadow. Let me look at my colors. Yes, Mossy Meadow. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Okay. I don't know why today everything seems like super tiny. Okay, so there's my card base. And then I need to, let's do some preparation as far as we've got to do some die cutting on like this piece, this piece. I think these are okay. We'll do some die cutting on these and this. So we need to get all that prepped. So I'll put this over to the side. And we'll pull out my cute little boho blue stamp and, not stamp and cut and emboss, I think is what it's called. Move everything kind of out of the way. All right, I have a heart. I'm assuming that is, you can see and hear me okay. So we'll need, I think, a few out of both of these. Still not like super comfortable with all of this, so I just feel like it takes me a little bit longer. All right, we're going to run through, actually, I think what I might do, yeah, I really can't do that. I can't. We'll have to do it one at a time. So I've got that vellum along with this image right here, and I'm going to run it through. I need to kind of angle it because I'm going to try to get two pieces out of here. And as a reminder, I don't line up the plates all together. You can kind of see how I'm putting them in there, and it just seems to go through here a little bit better. So there we go. I need 2 of these pieces. It's so intricate and delicate. It's so awesome. So it even adds in, let's see if I got it cut all the way through. I think there's a little bit right in here that's got to be punched out maybe. I'm trying to see. I think like right there. It does look like there needs to be a little piece right there. Kittens in boxes. All right. That doesn't seem to I'm not sure if that piece punched out well, but I may not even be able to tell. Look how pretty that is. I don't know if you can see the indentions even in there, but super pretty. And then let's do it again. There's my plate. And so don't line them up flush all at the end. Kind of stagger them like that. And that makes it a little bit easier to go through there. And I am using the, not the standard die plate that it recommended. I'm using the embossing folders. Got kittens at my feet. Ouch. All right, and then you just kind of finagle that out of there. There are a few pieces, I think, that are a little trickier to get out right there, but we'll check on that in a minute. So I've got those 2 pieces. I think I pretty much used up all that. And then next we need, I just need to look at my flyer actually here. Just remember that flyer. Some real pretty stuff. Let's do this other piece of vellum real quick, and then we'll do those pieces. Because this is all out of, I think it's all out of this one. So I have to use this one, this outline one right here, and it'll cut out like all of these pieces really. We need 1 piece that is, I think I was going to do this one up here. I have kittens playing in boxes back here, so I hope you don't mind the noise. All right, so I think that's pretty close. I'm going to put a couple of pieces of this on. I think this is like 3.5 inches wide, this little machine. We'll have to run this through 3 times because I need 3 of these pieces. This is one of the things that I really do love about Stampin' Up. There's many things. I'm really, really enjoying this experience. This something new. So look at how awesome that is. Okay. And then we'll go to the next one. I need like this piece, I think. It's a full piece on here. So I kind of tried to pre-plan, make sure I had the pieces that I needed. Sorry about my distractions. They're like all over the place over here. Running all around. We have, yeah, just the 3 kittens right now. But I can't imagine if we had more. So they'll be 7 weeks on Monday. Getting close to being ready to give away. And haven't decided if I'm going to give them all away and keep one. Haven't completely made up my mind on that yet. All right, so there's a piece. And one more like that, which is the full piece is down here. I think I'm going to flip and go like this. Once all these die pieces are done, it'll come together super quick. I wanted y'all to see how this worked. So I hope y'all can see well. Whoops. I haven't seen any comments yet, so I hope I'm not missing them. I debated whether to share this or not because, as I said, it won't be available till July 3rd to customers, but sneak peeks are always fun, and we weren't really allowed to do that. Well, I guess we kind of were, but kind of chose not to do that usually. All right, so then I can still get a couple of these out maybe and use them different ways, or just cut the paper down here to use. So I'll keep this and find other ways to use that, but you could do that with that whole sheet if you wanted to. Maybe use the bigger embossing machine. All right, so now we have these two left, and that'll come out of the, I'm like trying, oh, there, that's what I did with it. That'll come out of the other Stampin' dies. I think I kind of had it like that. And so labels is, I don't remember what this one was called, but it coordinates with this one. So we'll need this large arrow one, and then this one right here. Okay. Hello, Charisse. Thank you for joining me and for commenting. It's been quiet, so I wasn't even sure if I was live or not. So I'm sharing about the new online exclusives. I think this is Mossy Meadow cardstock, this one. I had to improvise a little bit on this. I think I can get it through there fine. Because I don't have, I think the Regal combo, cardstock combo is the one that I don't have. So I don't have all the colors of cardstock. I bought the combo pack, so I would, that's the one I missed, I think, and then it was out of stock for a little bit. Look how awesome that tag is. Okay. And then this one. Okay, so I had to improvise, and I think I grabbed Limeade. Thought the dark side of the Limeade was pretty close to, don't know that I even remember the name of the color. Let me see if I can figure out what color that was supposed to be. I don't know if I have it in here. Let's see, so cardstock, paper packaging. Old Olive, I think, and it could have been Granny Apple Green, but I think Old Olive is the one that is a part of this collection, the paper collection. So I grabbed Limeade, I think, and decided that was as close as I could get to it with close to my heart. Sometimes if, I don't know why, I really don't know why, it's hard to get through here sometimes. Sometimes it goes and sometimes it doesn't. Let let me flip this around. Okay, you can see them. And I think sometimes it may have to do with a straight edge. I saw someone mention that. I'll push it down this way a little bit. I'm going to put some tape on here since I started cutting through the paper right there. I'm going to put it at an angle and see if that helps. And it seems to help. So there's little bitty tips and tricks that come along with this machine, I guess. All right, so that worked. And it even has a little tag here. So you can make that into a tag. All right, so I think we're done with all of that. And now it's just assembly, and it'll come together pretty quickly. The sample actually had white embossing, but I didn't have time to figure out where my heat gun is. I haven't done embossing for a while, and I only have some old, close to my heart, white embossing powder. So I chose not to do that. I grabbed my white daisy, close to my heart, just for a little to improvise today. All right, so let's see what we have here. All the pieces, I think, to prepare. So we're going to, I'm trying to get into the habit of decorating the outside. Hey, Debbie, Sharice, and Shanna, yay! Thank y'all for commenting and saying hello. Hope y'all are doing well. It's really quiet the first half of this. Wasn't sure if anybody was here. All right, so I'm going to just put this on the inside. I'm going to flip it around because the leaves look like they need to go this way instead. So I'm sharing about the online exclusives that will be available to customers July 3rd. So we have some Christmas in July products, also some Halloween and some fall products. And so instead of cutting this exactly like maybe a 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch on all sides, I think it was like I cut an inch off here, so that's about a 1/2 inch on each side, and then just a 1/4 up here. So it gives it a little bit different dimension. Gives you some texture here in the inside of your card. And then this base right here is Mossy Meadow. I do know that. So again, I purchased like the Stampin' Up combo cardstock packs in the 12 by 12 so that I would have most of a sampling of all the cardstocks. All right, so this one is going to go layer completely on top with no border. Look at that beautiful gold foil. So it's kind of hard to use it, but this card is real pretty the way it comes together. So that's your card base right there. And then let's see. So who's got these products already and are playing with them? I just broke into them today. All right, I'm trying to find, there's my sample. So this piece can layer, I'm going to put these down with some dimensional, Stampin' Dimensionals. I was asking earlier too, I didn't get any responses, who hand makes Christmas cards or tries. And if you do, how early do you start your Christmas card making? So this is the earliest time of the year I may have ever started, because we've never, with Close to My Heart, we never had Christmas products this early. So these will be online exclusive only, so you can see them. There won't be like a catalog. We have this little flyer. Actually, it may have been more than one page. I thought it was, but maybe it's not. So I have an online exclusives flyer with all the details, and on the back it shows different products and embellishments, ribbon, and so forth. Let's see, I think I got it off of all of those. And then I cut this the same size as that one on the inside. So about a 1/2 inch and a 1/4 inch. 1/2 inch on the sides. I think it's straight. Okay. So used to making sure that it's the same width all the way around, and it doesn't have to be that way. So maybe you have a scrap that's not quite big enough. Feel free to use it. All right, so we've got this piece. All of these pieces are just going to layer on now. So I'm going to stamp. I'm using, instead of white embossing powder, which I think I'm actually getting some tomorrow. It was for, I purchased some so that I could do the creativity now. So I'm going to just use my Close to My Heart white pigment ink. Here's the Christmas greetings. You've got 2 from Christmas, New Year, season's greetings. It's the most wonderful time of the year. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. We're going to do the season's greetings on this one. And I haven't even broken into it yet, so I've got to find it on here. Right there, I believe. And I'll just gently peel these off. I want to be careful. And let me figure out what block I want to use. I guess I'll just use this one right there. Okay, I season my stamps, just something that I've always done with Close to My Heart. And let me see my sample. So we're going to cover up this little hole with some greenery. So again, I'm just going to lightly press that in there. Don't think Stampin' Up has a stamp pad like this. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. This is just an opaque pigment ink. So it's not water-based like our other Close to My Heart pads were. All right. So it's not as bold and crisp as it would be with and I'll kind of show you, as it would have been with the white embossing, but that will work for now. And maybe once I get my white embossing powder tomorrow, I'll pull all my stuff out and redo that for my sample. We'll see. But that'll work. And so now we just need to do some layering. I think these pieces go on first. Like I said, I don't know that these are going to, I'm going to look on the back and see if I want to be careful. I don't want to tear a limb off. Don't think it cut quite perfect like it should have right there. I don't think this is going to be seen, so I'm not going to worry about that one. It did really well everywhere. And then this one, so I'm going to take some liquid glue. Maybe plugged up, because you know what's going to happen. I'm going to squeeze it and then it's going to make a mess. Okay, there's a little bit. I'm looking to see if I have something to clean that up with. 1 second, let me get a little tissue. I've been trying not to touch it because it's so sticky and it makes creating more difficult. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit, like right down here. And that'll just kind of hold it in place. Don't think I want it all up. So all of this up here is going to be kind of loose. So we'll just tack it down like right in here, the stem. Got a frog in my throat today. And then we're just going to kind of lay them where it's, so it's going to be loose. So make it kind of airy. It's kind of neat. But it'll be tacked down. Then we'll do the other one just the same way, going toward the other corner. So yeah, it was kind of helpful just to have those little pieces right there. My glue is being difficult on me. There we go. I forget to put the cap on a little bit sometimes. Okay. And then just letting it, there we go. So all of this will be behind something back here. And I still get it on my fingers. All right, I still need to use some of these. Let's see, this one will go up over here, put a little bit down. Same thing, I don't want to put the glue too high or you'll see it, but I think it'll kind of go, I'm trying to decide if it's, I think it's kind of under, so I'm going to go like this. And then just make sure it's not going past that edge of the card. Okay. And then this piece, maybe about time to fill up my glue. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm trying to keep an eye on comments. Did anybody answer about, tuck that under that, your Christmas card making? Or do y'all just go the easy route? I guess it's easy. I still don't do it. And print the photos through a photo processor or whatever. All right, and then we have this one, which is a little bit different. It has some white, kind of like snow on it. That one's going to go on the top. So now we can build up the rest of this. I think I'm going to glue this one down. This one I will pop dot, I think. So nothing special done to this. Just I'm just going to put some glue. And then layer it maybe about right in here. I was trying to, this card, when I was cutting it, I thought, just looking at the sample, I was like, it seems like an odd shaped card. It might have been, at first I thought, well, maybe it was like a it might be a 5x7 card. I just made a standard size card. Okay, and so this one, then we can put, we just have to be real careful not to smudge that. So I'm going to, I think I'll put one on each end here. That hole is going to be covered up. See, I got some, it stays pretty wet. Sometimes you can, I didn't smear it really, but I did get some color off. So you could put some powder on there too if you needed to set it. May could even heat set it, but that's really the reason I didn't do the embossing today. Heat embossing, because I wasn't sure exactly where my heat gun was and where I was going to plug it in at the moment. All right, and so this one we will do up a little bit and right about there. And then we have this piece. Okay, this one is where it gets a little tricky. You don't want, I think it's fine. I'm looking at the sample. I think I'm going to go right down the, just like the seam. Right there. See, it makes it a little bit darker, so that's kind of cool. Okay. I don't even, yeah, when you pull it up into the light, you can kind of see it behind there. And then it's going to kind of go wrap around right there. Okay, just let it sit there and dry. And then to finish it off, what did I do with my, there we go. These are the cherry cobbler and pearl adhesive backed berries. I already know I need another package of these because there's only one sheet. So they will go quickly. I'm assuming they're all one piece from what I can tell. Yep. So this just gives it the little pop it needs. I'm going to do it like right there. And I think we have one. I'm going to go up here. And then we can see that glue is making that pop out. Can put like some right down here. Just kind of hold it down or press it back down. So it's got a lot of texture to it. I like that. I forget to grab my, is it a pick-a tool? I don't even remember what it's called. Does anybody remember what this thing is called? Okay, because it's got putty right down here, and you just twist this to let more putty out. You don't need very much out there, but it is a really cool tool. It has dual ends. So like right now I've got the piercing, kind of like a piercing tool on that, but I think it comes out and it has a flat spatula on that end. And it just kind of, this side twists in, just pops in, twist, take out. This one you have to screw it out. And then you have some other options to put in it, like a stylus and this cool thing that helps get out all those little bitty holes out of your die. If they don't come out, you just rub that across it and it helps get that out. So this is a really awesome tool. I just forget to grab it. Hasn't become my go-to yet. All right, I think that's it for card number 1. How pretty is that? Get it a little bit closer so you can see all the texture and dimension. So I'm loving making some cards. I haven't had this much fun in a while. And then it's a smaller surface, so it's just easier and more fun. And then it inspires me for my scrapbooking. So I could totally do something like this on a scrapbook page too. I'm getting to where I don't actually scrapbook Christmas that much because I feel like I have to wait till the next year because I've got most of it scrapbooked, I think. Like not every detail, but quite a lot. So when they do those surveys where they talk about what's your favorite holiday or what's your favorite thing to scrap, I never put Christmas anymore because I don't really have the opportunity to scrap Christmas that much. I feel like I've done it all. So I like everyday scrapbooking now, just everyday memories. All right, cleaning up my space a little bit because I have one more card I want to show you. And I'll leave that because I'll probably need that. So I'm using, I got to figure out what everything's called. Okay, let me just bring those products in. All right, I have some of these I think will work. Not even sure if they're still available. They're the rainbow adhesive back dots. I think I got these free from winning a card contest or something with my upline Rhonda. And then these are the colors that I'll be using. I think I have Pool Party, Petal Pink, Misty Moonlight. I'm not sure which gray this is. Let me see if I think it might be Smoky Slate. It's like a cooler toned gray out of the 3 grays we have. I just have a White Daisy card base from Close to My Heart, a little bit of White Daisy cardstock here. And again, we're going to have to run some things, I think, through the big, my big Close to My Heart die machine, because these aren't going to fit. So, okay, so those are the papers I have. I chose a little bit darker tone of ink pad, which I have Calypso Coral, Lost Lagoon, and Night of Navy. So those are pretty too. See how they're all a little bit darker, because we're going to stamp on the cardstock. So this is that, I think it's like called like a 3D embossing folder or nested. Let me show you kind of how this works. So I'm trying to think for a minute how you would, I probably should have read directions. Let me pull this one out. So you've got your stamps. These are some extra dies here, which we might use one of those. I do need to pull up my sample for that. There we go. Let me find that sample. Okay, yeah, so we will use one of those for the message. We're going to put, "You are amazing in every single way." So on this one, so you have this big die, and it will actually nest in here like this, I think. Yeah, so it kind of fits in there. And when it cuts out the cardstock, it adds the texture and cuts it out at the same time. Not sure. I think there's a way that you can stamp and do that, but all these are individually. These are individual. So I got to figure that out. I haven't done that part. So we're not doing that today. We're not using the embossing folder. I did want to show that to you though. So I'm going to set that aside. But we are using the stamps and that. And then we need this one piece right here to cut as well. So I have learned that I might need some bigger scrap of paper. That one, yeah, I got that for my card base. I am going to use the embossing folder because I'm going to run just this piece through here. Okay, so we're going to do that. So I need some White Daisy for those pieces, which I failed to grab. So let me get some White Daisy. It'd be basic white with Stampin' Up, but I don't have any of that yet because I still have my White Daisy. Okay, so I'm going to cut a 6-inch strip because my big die cut machine is 6 inches. So I can run that through. All right, so the tricky part I have with this is, I guess I'm just stamping this on here, and it's going to cut out all of these. So that's what I got to figure out. So I might be better off cutting first and then stamping. So I guess we'll try that. that's what I'm used to doing. So there's my big machine. This is the old close to my heart one. The Stampin' Up die machines are 10% off right now. So it's a great time if you were wanting to make the investment to get those. All right, so I'm just going to cut. I do need to make some adjustments here, I think. I don't remember what I had it at just to do the die cutting, so we'll see here in a second. So I can kind of position it like that. I just need those pieces die cut out so I can stamp them. Now I could bring out my Misty, but I'm not super comfortable with that. All right, let's see if I got enough pressure and it's going to go through fine. I think it is. I didn't remember what pressure I usually put this on. So let's see if it was enough to cut. I think so. Okay, so there are all those pieces. I just need one of each, so that works out well. While I'm here, I'm going to dry emboss this piece of, so I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to have to put it, I guess I will try 2D embossing since I don't have the die cut machine in there. I don't think it matters exactly where I put this in here. I just need, I think I might turn it just to get some different, all right, so we can get some of these different leaves up here. Usually do it this way. So let me see if that's going to go through or not. No. See, the Stampin' Up embossing folders are a lot thicker. So I'm going to go through. So I've got it on 3D, 0 pressure, I believe. That is one thing I love about this one because there are adjustments you can make to it. Oh, so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at that. Super pretty. It looked like it crinkled it just a tiny bit there, but that's fine. All right, so let me get this out of the way. And let's figure out how to stamp these. If you have any questions about these products or anything that I'm using, let me know. Okay, so got that. Now I've got the stamps out here. Okay, so I actually do have to cut more. I think I just did that wrong. I wasn't supposed to cut them in white. Just realized that. Silly me. Maybe I really want to do them. Yeah. All right, I'm going to set that aside. Okay, we're going to improvise. We're not going to improvise. We're going to redo a little bit here. I think I still have to use my big machine to do this. I think. So I think I'm going to have to save these for another project because I didn't do that correctly. Because I want to show you how to do the tone on tone. Sorry about that. So let me do this one more time now that I know what I'm doing. Got caught up with the white, all the white embossing. All right. Try this one more time. So since you can't separate these out, we'll cut I could actually do, trying to decide if I can do, yeah, I'll do one at a time just because Stampin' Up's cardstock is thicker. All right. Let me kind of turn this. This is like almost not big enough. Right there. I'm going to grab, maybe I can keep it in place just barely. All right, so so now we got to go back to die cut. Sorry, guys. Okay. Once I get this figured out. So the best way to look at that, yes, I'm cutting 2 extra leaves, but you could actually make 3 of these cards with all the leaves a little bit different. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Okay, because that's what I needed. I needed these in the lighter shade. Okay, so let me do just one of each of these colors real quick, and then we'll be back on track. Probably should get to where I'm creating one of these ahead of time. I was just looking at my samples today. I was like, okay, I can do that. I just messed up there a little bit. But I got some pieces cut for some more projects. All right, so there we did Pool Party and Petal Pink. I'm trying to remember all the names. Okay, this one, for some reason, I just did this size. It's supposed to be for this one. Let me see if I have a piece that's, I think that's too wide. Just give me a second. I'm just going to, and that's, I'm not sure that's the right color. Yeah, I just want to go ahead and do all of them like I did the other ones. So this is Misty Moonlight. Okay, so I was thinking I could just cut it down, but might as well just cut them all and then make some extra cards. All right, now we'll just, we do have one little, I'm just going to use my big machine for this one little piece. I probably could have already stuck in there since I've got my machine out. This is going to be great. It's going to be, I might have to make a scrapbook page using that color combo. It's so neat. All right, I have this one little strip of gray along with this die. So that's where my sentiment will go. Just go ahead and use this big machine. I'm seriously thinking about getting the big Stampin' Up machine because it has shorter plates. It's not so many rotations. All right, I'm going to just slide that off there. Okay, we've got all the pieces we need now. Stamping and assembling should go together really fast now. So, except that's interesting. That's a little warped. I don't know why. Okay, we do have to do a little stamping, but I'm going to go ahead and put this piece, so that dry embossed with my Stampin' Dimensionals. If I can find, I may have to just grab another one. How they disappear, I don't know. Are they hiding under there? Who knows what I did with them? Gotta love all this mess. Okay, so they're probably right here in front of my face. Okay, so this is the back. And just kind of put one right there. I'm still trying to figure out how best to use these. Because I'm used to doing it with the strips, like the 3D foam tape. And then it'll go over this way. A falling leaf, so I'll let it go that way. So this white on white is so pretty. Don't ever think to do that, but every time I see a sample like it, I kind of ooh and ah over it. Anybody still hanging with me to see the final product? All right, this one, I think I did the same thing where it was a little bit yeah, so a little bit shorter here than over here. Look at how pretty just that is. Just that with a little sentiment is pretty. But the sample, or what I'm going to create for you, is even neater. So I need this color. This is the pool party, I believe. Then I want this one in the misty moonlight. And then the other one in, what did I say it was? Petal pink, I believe. So these I can use on another project, all of these. Okay. Then I've got these 3 colors. That really is a pretty color combination. I might need a gray. Not sure why that warped like that. Probably just my machine or the pressure. So I have to redo that later. All right, I'm trying to decide the easiest way to do this, and it'll probably be pulling out my Misty. I'm trying to decide if I want to try that, because I can like lay it on there, and I could actually maybe do them all at the same time. So let's play and see. So I've got this, and I'm not an expert at it. I haven't used it but a couple of times. As you can see, it's in pretty good shape. I was trying to kind of see. I've even got some interesting, I've got one of these waffle flower things. So I'm not even sure I need that. So I'm not sure this is going to work. Let me see. Let's try it and see, because I don't know. All right. Because it's supposed to hold. Look, that's like stuck on there. Don't think I need that right now. So I think this is supposed to kind of keep your pieces in place. I like tried to play with it a little bit one day. So we're going to do it now. All right, so if I take this, just line it up on here. Y'all get to see if I can make this work or not. That's the tricky part, is let me look at my overhead to see if I'm getting it straight. It's moving around a little bit, so I don't know if that's really going to work. Because when I pick it up, Any suggestions? Anybody familiar with their Misty? I don't think it's not going to stick and stay. I'm pretty sure it's going to pull up yeah. Trying to see if, now I could, I'm going to try to make it work. But if y'all have other ideas, let me know. I'm going to use, I'm probably out of this now. Yeah, of course. I'm all out of these. So they're not going to be helpful. Let me see if I have another one. I feel like I do, but if I do, I don't know where it's at. Bummer. Okay, I guess I'm actually just going to glue it down. I have another one of those somewhere. I know I bought more. All right, so I'm going to just tack this down and see. I'm probably just making this more difficult than it has to be. Let's see if that'll stay put or not. It's the stem I'm most concerned about. Okay, we'll see if it gets lined up. So this may not turn out well. It'll probably work fine for like the big, like just a square sheet of paper. We'll see if I can get everything inked up in the right color, how I want it. Okay. This is not faster than what I used to do. But maybe if I figure it out. All right, so let's see what happens here. I lift it up gently. Okay, that might work. I even bought one of those little thingies, and I haven't used any of it. So y'all are getting the first-hand look at. Okay, so let's do this one. This is Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to stamp it on Pool Party cardstock. Crossing my fingers this works. So this one's going to be Night of Navy ink on Misty Moonlight. I feel like I just said that. Maybe I did. And then Calypso Coral on Petal Pink. I have a hard time remembering what that one is. I'll just leave that open so you can see those. I'm going to go over this one more time real quick. Okay, we'll see if this works or not. Looks like it should. But moment of truth. Sorry, I'm not up there high enough. Pretty good. Let me go right there and see if I can get that. I was off a little bit on that one, but it's going to have to do. So let me see now if I can get them up off of here without tearing them. That'll be the, okay. So we're good there. Is anybody an expert with their MISTI? As you can see, I definitely need to practice a little bit. This will work. It's not perfect. I probably attempt to do it a couple of times. I'm just going to move this over here out of the way, and I'll clean that up here in a bit. Okay, I don't need these out anymore. And I think I got to clean up my fingers a little bit. I managed to get dirty. We're almost done, guys. Whew. This learning curve is killing me. Okay, so I need this. And then what color do I need? I think I'm just going to use the Night of Navy. And then I need the stamp. You are amazing in every single way. Oh, stamps are out here somewhere. Right here already. If I can read this. Okay. Kind of make sure that I get it straight somewhat. All right, not sure. Oops, I need it to be that way. I'm going to put a little tape on here on my glass mat. See if I can straighten it out a little bit while I stamp it. How are we on time? Are we? Can't even tell right now. Okay, I gotta wrap it up. I have to be somewhere. Okay. Been trying to get my car, like an estimate on it for hail damage and getting my windshield replaced because I have a crack in it for a month and a half. And we've had so many storms come through here that, of course, all the insurance agents or adjusters are way, way backed up. All right, so make sure I'm not going to get, I'm just going to adhere these on top. Don't even think I will do foam squares or dimensionals. And actually, just realized I shouldn't have put that down yet. I'm going to have to cut some off. Oh, goodness. This didn't go how I planned it. But I think I can trim that off, I hope. Can't really see, so I'm trying. Cut this way. Okay, that'll work. Good thing I pop dotted it up. And then this one, will be kind of like right in here. I'm not crazy about my stamping, but it's going to have to work for now. And then maybe like that. It's that pop on that white. I'm going to do it this way. I think I can do a straighter line. Okay. So probably should have put those on before I put them on the card, but there's that. And then I have this dimensionals I will use for this. I'm going to put 3 of them on here, see if that'll straighten it out a little bit. You are amazing in every single way. All right, and then we'll kind of put it right about there. And then I had those dots. Let me find them. Oops, sorry. I'm hitting my microphone. Kind of forgot it was there. All right, so then I think, let me see what all colors we have. We'll do maybe like this is probably pool party. Maybe like one up here. A little one there. So just kind of matching up the colors. Just to add a little bit more texture. And then that's as close as I can get, I think, is this one right here. I'm not sure exactly. The original cardstock I pulled out was probably this color. It's a little bit lighter blue than the Misty Moonlight. And then we'll use this lighter, I'm assuming this is the petal pink. Might could use that color, but I think I'll stick with this. All right, so I think that's it. Let's get a look at both the cards I created today using online exclusives. So you could do this in any color combination. Look at that pretty dry embossing. And then the kind of okay stamping I did. This one, I loved how this one turned out. But I may go over top of that when I get my white embossing powder and heat emboss that on there. This is a gorgeous card. Okay, I didn't do anything on the inside of this one. You could put some of these colors inside there if you wanted to. So there we have it. A sneak peek at some of the online exclusive items that'll be available to customers July 3rd. If you have any interest in being a demonstrator, you can get these products now in our pre-order that we get. We get a month in advance pre-order time so that we can get products in and create samples and share them with you. So again, thanks a bunch for joining me. I've got to run and get to the body shop so they can check out my car for me, because there's been like 3 or 4 different attempts to do this in the last month and a half, and my registration is out and everything because of it. So luckily I haven't had any tickets or gotten pulled over because of it. So hope you all have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And I will see y'all on Monday for Make It Monday, where I create a 2-page 12 by 12 scrapbook layout. So y'all have a great afternoon. Bye.